Hi, everybody in kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. And this is Mr. Henderson for computer class today. Um, Today, we are going to start talking about a topic. And it's a topic that you guys have probably heard of before in some ways, maybe in different ways, maybe with different words. It's a topic that you can see the words of right here called digital citizenship. Now, that may sound like those are kind of big words and a little bit confusing, and at first you might go, I don't know what that is, I don't know what that means, but it's actually things that are really, really simple. It all has to do with when you use electronics, use the internet, use computers, use phones and tablets, that you are safe and kind online. Right? And that's the simplest way to explain it. And those two things are really, really important because in today's world, there are many things online that could be dangerous, right? It's just like if you go and drive in a car. Or ride in a car, I should say. A lot of you do that probably every day, or at least every couple of days, at least once a week. It's something very common that you do. And you might think of it as an everyday thing, and it's no big deal, but you have to do certain things to be safe, like a younger child may sit in a car seat, or everybody should wear a seatbelt, or the person driving, making sure they're safe, the people who are passengers, making sure they're not distracting the driver or doing something else that's going to cause a problem. Because when a problem does happen, when people are riding in a car, a truck, another vehicle, it can be really, really bad. And the same thing happens with things that are digital, like technology, electronics, computers, the internet, where all of those are wonderful, they are great, they are parts of our world, and people use them every day, but you have to be safe and kind to make sure that there's not. So we're going to take a look at this quick video. It's only about 40 seconds long. It has a little background music, but it's all in text or words. And so I'm going to read some of it to you as it goes along. It's kind of a video within a video, videoception. So let's take a look. It says, what is digital citizenship? It's a way of thinking, being, and acting online. It's thinking critically and not trusting everything you see. It's being safe with passwords, information, and who you connect with. It's acting responsibly in how you communicate and behave. Because let's face it, the digital world is a big part of the real world. So how do you become an awesome digital citizen? And it says learn more at commonsense.org. So that's just a little bit again about an introduction to digital citizenship. Now, it's something that we can talk about, we can discuss, we can watch videos about, but the website Google, or the company Google, has put together something that's really great for kids, and it's a program called Be Internet Awesome. Now, there's a link to that on the lesson page or Google Classroom for today. And like everything I post, it's also in Weymouth Portal. In the Computers and Technology section under Google, there's a couple Google entries here, and it says Google's Be Internet Awesome right here, and I'm going to give it a click. So what I'm going to do is give you just a short demonstration. I'm not going to go through everything. I'm just going to talk very briefly about it. And then for the rest of computer class for today, I want you guys to take a little bit of time to go through and try this out. And it's just a little bit of experience that you can have on your own and a little bit of learning on your own about digital citizenship and one particular part of it for today. All right, so this says Interland, right? Similar to, sorry, let me turn my volume down. Similar to like the internet. Google made this almost like a little world called Interland. Be Internet Awesome. And so when you click on the link, this is the same thing that you'll see. And before I actually get started, I just wanted to mention one thing. On computers that are really high quality and run really well, this looks beautiful and it's really well designed. On Chromebooks and some other computers, it might run a little slower. You can still use it and still should be able to use it fine, but it might be just a little bit glitchy, run a little bit slowly or hang up a little bit from time to time. That's happened to me. It may happen to you, and it's okay. One thing that would help is, do you see this gear icon right here? If I put my mouse over top of it, it says HD graphics. That means high quality graphics. That's on right now. If you notice that yours is kind of stuttering, pausing, freezing up every once in a while, you might want to flip that switch to turn HD graphics off, and it'll restart real quick. And if you're working on a Chromebook, you may want to do that right from the beginning. But now, I'm going to show you just a little bit about how this works. And some of it is text-based, so for maybe my kindergarten and first graders, it would be nice if there was an adult there, if that's possible, if that is how you do school at home, for them to read a few of the things that you come across. All right, so here we are at this start page again, and it says, let's do this. So we're going to give that a click. I mentioned one other fast thing before I do. Do you see how it looks like our main character starts here, and there's 4 floating worlds? I'm going to talk about what those 4 floating worlds are in a second. And today, I would like to see, if you can, you just go through one of them, one specific one. Each of the 4 floating worlds talk about a different aspect of that topic, digital citizenship. And we'll see the one that we're going to take a look at today. We'll see all of them, but then in detail, the one we're going to take a look at today. So I clicked on that button that says, let's do this. And there's no exact order that you have to do these, or that Google says, do this like this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, but I'm going to suggest an order. So you see that it starts at this one world that's more bluish, and it says it's called Mindful Mountain, Share with Care. Now, we could play that, but do you see these arrows that are left and right? Either one of them, whichever one you choose to click, will take you kind of around in a circle to those 4 different worlds. This yellowy-orange one is called Tower of Treasure. Secure your secrets. The next one is the one that we're going to try today. It's called Kind Kingdom. It's cool to be kind, and I'll just show you before we do it. The last one is called, and this is in red, Reality River. Don't fall for fake. All right, now, eventually, we're going to do all of them. If you try to do all of them right now, it might take a little bit too long for the time you have available. And we're not going to do them all one right after each other each week, because it might get a little bit boring doing that each week. But about every other week, we're going to take a look at them to learn, practice, and in a really fun way that Google has set up here, because you'll see it's kind of like a video game, learning a little bit about each of these aspects of digital citizenship. So, we're on Kind Kingdom. It's cool to be kind. I'm not going to play through the whole thing, but I'll just do a little start to show you guys how it works. And I clicked on the play button. It takes a second to load, and then you see that you have a main character. In this case, he is this
Vibes
yellow
of
guy
all
right
kinds
here.
are contagious, for better or for worse. In the sunniest corner of town, troublemakers are spreading Block and report troublemakers to stop their takeover, and be kind to other internauts to restore the peaceful nature of this land. Get to the top of the kingdom by spreading good vibes and nixing the bad.
All right, so after it gives you that little introduction and tells you a little bit about it, now you're this other
Send
character,
kindness
this
to
guy.
internauts who need a little
goodness, it
love.
keeps talking. Hold on. Okay, and as you go through, you can move him around with the arrow keys, and see we're collecting these hearts, and then when we come across some other characters, like this guy right here in red, he's unhappy. You can see he's sad, he's unhappy. And what we want to do is spread kindness, because when people are having problems, they're unhappy, they're not feeling good, we want to do the best we can in the real world and online to make them feel better. So when you come across a character like this, if you press the space bar, it helps by giving them something kind and giving them a positive influence. Now, there's something odd, and it's something that I usually Google has everything done really well and doesn't have too many things that are mistakes, but here they kind of did, because if you saw, it'll show up on your screen and it just showed up on my screen, it just said press the space bar to jump. Well, I've tried this on 2 different machines, 2 different computers now, and in both of them, the space bar did not let you jump. I had to press the up arrow, and you could either press it quickly or you can hold it down and then press left and right to jump, right? And that's what it's saying a little bit more instruction about, but it's odd because if you see it say press space to jump, Just ignore that. The space key is what spreads that kindness to the other characters. And we want to figure out how to go through this level. So see, it's teaching digital citizenship, but it's like a little video game, which is super awesome because it's teaching us something important, but it's doing it in a really fun way. So that's all I'm going to play to, and you see, as I go through, I'm spreading kindness to each of those characters because that's what this whole world is talking about. It shows me some achievements, a score, a little progress bar up here, and remember the goal is to keep going and figure out how to get to the top of the mountain. So, I'm going to press the pause button so that the music stops, but and here it says the right thing about jumping. I didn't notice that before. But boys and girls, for the rest of the time today, I hope that you'll go and give that a try, right? Take the information, take the directions that I gave, give that a try, see if you can get to the top of the mountain, and do the best that you can, and I'll be very, very happy that you do. You learn a little bit about that digital citizenship in the first topic here that we have, which is being kind to others when you're using computers and technology. All right, have a great week, and I will see you next time.